had a week from hell. Hello friends and strangers, this is going to be my last vlog from home. I know, right? The next time you see me, I'm gonna be at university! These past 2 weeks I was really hoping I would, get all of my university stuff sorted out and then I'd have more time to kind of relax, hang out with friends, chill out with the family and maybe make a few videos so that when I got to university I had a few videos I could upload while I was settling in. But as we all know, life hates me, so it decided to throw as much crap at me these past 10 days as physically possible. And it wasn't until about 10 seconds ago that I decided, you know what? I have nothing planned for this video. I'm just gonna sit here and rant at you about how bad my week has been, because it's videos like this that make you guys appreciate your life a bit more. So, you're welcome. I'm glad to suffer just so that you can appreciate your life. It all started last Monday. My brother had just moved out that weekend to start his new job in Bristol, and my parents decided that they would go out for the day to, kind of come to terms with the loss of one of their children. So if my parents are out for the day, I thought, great, let's have a really lazy morning. Let's sleep in till late, maybe do some Pilates, and then maybe go and have a nice hot bath. So we now skip forward to a couple of hours later when I've just got out the bath and I'm drying myself down, when suddenly there comes a knock at the door, followed immediately by several rings of the doorbell, and I'm like, whoa, okay, maybe my parents have just come home early and they really need to get in. So I go downstairs, bear in mind, I am wearing nothing but a towel and my underwear. And I open the door expecting to see my parents. It's not my parents, it's the police. And I'm like, can I help you, officer? Turns out the police had come along to tell me that my nan had taken a tumble at her house and was currently in an ambulance on the way to hospital. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go put some clothes on and then I'll ring my parents. And they were like, yep, that sounds like a good idea. This is what I get for having a lie-in. So my parents come home, they go to hospital, and it turns out that my nan has had some kind of allergic reaction, anaphylactic shock, insert medical terminology that I don't really understand right here. And it turns out that she needs to come and live with us for a couple of days. Now, for most people, this isn't a problem, because I'm sure you have perfectly nice grandparents, and maybe after you've watched this video, you will get down on your knees and thank whoever the hell is up there that you have nice grandparents. But the trouble with me is that I only have this one grandma, and I don't get on with her. I'm not going to tell you the long story about how me and her came to hate each other's guts. That's probably a topic for another video. All I'm going to tell you is that I don't get on with my grandmother because she's a racist, homophobic, self-centered bully. So when I'm told that she's coming to live with us for a day or two, I start panicking like crazy. But my mum's like, it's okay. It's only, maybe 1 night, 2 nights. And in the end, I spent one of those nights at my friend's house so that I didn't have to see my nan. But then after the second night, my nan has another allergic reaction and goes back to hospital, and then comes back again and continues to stay with us for like another 4 nights and days. It's the longest week of my life, man. I was so desperate to not have to talk to her that I ended up getting up at the crack of dawn every day so I could sneak out into town and hide in a library for like 8 hours, just so I could come home and probably just go straight to bed without having to say a single word to her. You're probably judging me really severely right now, like, Katie, that's horrible, your grandmother is sick, you should be worried about her. But if you knew the full story, you'd understand, okay? I get this a lot. I get a lot of people who don't know anything about my nan and they're like, oh, I'm sure she's not that bad, and then they actually meet her. And I tell them the story about that one time when my nan came at my parents with a knife, and then they see what I'm talking about. Like I said, this will make a really great video one day. Just crazy nan stories. Don't judge me because you don't know what she's like. I'm not sure what was worse about living with my nan, the fact that I don't get on with her, or the fact that she never flushed a toilet. Ever. Like, seriously, I've seen some pretty bad things this week. I just need a moment, excuse me. Why? And then just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, I decide to severely injure myself. Accidentally, of course. You know when you drop something and then you try really desperately to pick it up and suddenly you're juggling this item because you're trying to desperately catch it but it keeps slipping out of your hands again? I did that at the weekend. with a razor blade. The razor blade falls out of my hands. Now, I should have been sensible and just let it fall to the floor so I could pick it up again. But no, I have to try and catch it. And in the process, it rips my fingernail. Basically, this is the nail that I ripped, and instead of going horizontally, so it's like that, it was vertical. I got a vertical split up my nail, and it goes a good halfway up my nail, and it was pretty bloody painful and bleeding like hell. Thankfully, I managed to save it. There's a really good tip: if you ever break your nail, cut out a nail-sized piece of tea bag and stick it over the split with some clear nail polish or some nail glue. My nail's been protected from further damage and all of that, so there's a handy hint for you. But it was kind of the tip of the iceberg for me, you know? I had the grandmother from hell staying in my house. I'd just been told that one of my mum's friends, who is 53 years old, has cancer and is gonna die because there is no justice in this bloody world. And then I go and rip my nail. Let's just say that after I did that, I pretty much just sat in my room and proceeded to cry for like 2 hours. And then my mum came in and gave me chocolate and I felt much better. Thanks, Mum. And then finally, at long last, my grandmother went home. Hallelujah! So yeah, that was my week from hell. Okay, I think that's just about it. Whew! Feels so much better now I've got that off my chest. I can't believe my gap year's over. It's gone so amazingly quickly. I really hope to see you guys soon because I want to take you with me on my adventures at university. So I'll see you when I see you, I guess. Wow, I feel sad now. Bye, gap year. You've been amazing. Okay, thanks for watching this crazily depressing video. Go do something happy, like go adopt a baby unicorn or something. Bye!